Again, what your fund balance is?
I'll let you know, I'm pulling it up right now, cause I mean, that's kind of hard for her to. She's close, 55,539.40.
So you'll only have 15,000. What?
I don't know.
And that was a generous.
That's your fund balance, so that's 55. No, wait, that's.
I don't know if we have transferred what we had. Yeah, but I think that Carol and I will be working on that.
I assume not. But it's still in fund balance, yes,
Well,
still reported.
yeah,
I could.
But that's, what you reported, Sheila, is not closed out from 2025.
No. right.
So there might be, there's chances that there's more. What's your data on? 25 for income versus expenditures, well, you're right there, never mind. You're at 6/7, you're just 572. Income, and you are. Well, year to date, you're 572. Pretty. 125 budget, 665, 386. Oh, and you are,
Okay, so her expenditures. Okay, they're on, okay. I'm looking at the activity, sorry about that.
So you're a tad less of an increase of 10%, like 2.9.
I don't do it that way, so I don't think of things as a person.
so it looks to me, okay, so you got a 665, 386 for 2025 amended budget. And you're asking, and then the new budget will be $10,000 more.
Correct.
Got it. Well, that's not bad. I mean, cuts are better, but only a small raise is good. Overall, 10,000, like Carolyn said, is only,
About 11.5 increase. Which is wonderful compared to what the county's doing.
heck yeah, you're a better job than we are. Congratulations. You have any major highlights or stuff you want to point out on this, Denise?
The big thing will be buying furniture for the new building. And hopefully it will be done and will be moved in, but I'm not holding my breath on that. We have, I mean, it's ready to go. It's just looking all the finishing stuff like a septic tank and
That's
a
important.
parking lot, yeah, but that's not from our budget, so.
It's state aid,
Our state aid will
Went
be
down.
staying the same. As the budget is, that was adjusted and it wasn't adjusted correctly. It should have stayed 5,000 from the original.
when you're expecting that. So that's $350.
No, we're expecting the same thing we got this year, 4868 in state aid direct, 583 from Curtis. 4996 from indirect, and 598 indirect from Kurt. It's supposed to stay flat this year.
Wow. Tina finds from Curtis. Oh, God. What makes that so, such a big jump? Almost 300.
Because I probably estimated wrong because we get two payments, so it should be like another roughly 26,000 coming. And
From
there's
penal fines from Curtis Township?
Tell her to line item, Carolyn.
penal fines from us will be double. And then I doubled the penal fines because we have gotten 3,400 so far from Curtis, and we should get roughly double that, so.
So 800. Is that correct?
Which line item are you talking about, Carolyn?
You said 1,000,655.003.
Yeah, and so far we've collected 3,407. I expect roughly double that because we get paid in roughly January. So that's why I went up from 4,000 to 6,900.
Help me out here. You said you were getting paid.
We get paid penal fines twice a year. It's roughly half in July and half in January.
Okay.
Okay, any other questions for Denise? How about your T-72 fund?
Wow. You got paper in your lunch sheet.
There's more than one.
Well, I wasn't implying there was only one. But you dropped back down though considerably. From 13,000 down to 2,500.
Yeah, but there's more in the special projects account.
Yeah.
So maybe they just shifted that funding over there
Yeah.
instead.
Be careful, whatever. Cause I didn't even know that we had that line.
But I'm talking about the donation,
The contribution to private
the
source.
revenue side. I haven't gone down to
You shifted
Well, I
10,000.
shifted 10,000 down to contributions for special projects instead of from private source.
Assuming that your money was earmarked where it was donated for a building project.
Correct.
Got it. 20, 10. Okay, any highlight you wanna mention on this, Denise?
That again was helping pay for furniture and the new building.
Yeah, see that.
Okay, I don't have to, do this over and over.
Great. Any more questions for Denise? Painless and quick.
All right.
Thanks for coming in, appreciate it.
Sure.
I'm gonna give Barb a hard time later to ask her why she didn't come.
Well, maybe she wasn't happy. All right.
Give her a hard time, anyway.
Okay.
Thanks for me, and I'll.
All right.
All right.
Have a nice Thanksgiving.
You too.
Stephanie?
Yeah.
Stuff you wanted to go over?
Yeah.
First of all, on here is the holiday schedule. I think we discussed it a couple of months ago and decided to hold off until it got closer. That January 1st is a holiday, the first holiday of 2026. And the organizational meeting is not going to be held to call all the holidays until on January 7th. So that January 1st date of New Year's Day of 2026 needs to be decided.
So we have to just make a motion that January 1st is a holiday
For 2026.
for 2026.
Yeah, or. For all it matters, you can just adopt the whole 2026 holiday, not on an organizational meeting, that's one less thing you have to address the organizational meeting. Or you're gonna be addressing this again. Unless you feel that it needs to be established at the organizational meeting, all the 2026 holidays that remain.
Is there going to be do we have any bills that need to get paid before the settlement?
Because checks get cut on Wednesdays and, or printed first things Thursdays, then they get mailed usually a Thursday afternoon or a Friday.
So that would be the 8th or the 9th that would get mailed out.
Correct. So we had that discussion, I believe me, you and Dave, and we realized that holding off until January 7th wasn't going to be an issue.
I'll make a motion to, set the 2026 holiday schedule as provided.
Support,
The only,
support.
The only, what?
the only question I have is with that holiday that they were, the union was wanting to throw in. Was it like, I don't know how.
Yeah, just think.
Columbus Day.
Or-
Is that in here? So now we're, okay, so we are accepting that as well, because that hasn't been in there in the past.
No, and Adam made a motion on that already, I believe, to make effective in 2026 Columbus Day.
We did.
Because
we had-
this year it was to stay the same, and it wouldn't change until 2026.
Okay, perfect.
So Adam, you made that motion, Carolyn, you seconded?
Yep. Those, I don't know, roll call, I guess.
Small,
Yes.
Johnston?
Yes.
Brumman?
Yes.
Brady?
Yes.
Okay, second. We also addressed around that same time of the holiday schedule, the next page. And Tina has been in contact with BSNA as well as other entities that utilize BSNA for their payrolls that are falling on the same thing with the amount of pays. And she has talked to Huron Community Bank, she's talked to Jennifer Daly. And BSNA basically said, you can pass the buck this year, but you're gonna be faced with the same issue in 2027. So let's just get it fixed and figured out and how we're going to do this. So she contacted the bank, and if you can read her email, what's happening is there will be nobody at the bank to process the payroll, to push it through. So people will not get paid until that Friday
Okay,
of this year.
Gotta pay all their Black Friday bills.
And what happens because of this, the New Year's Eve date also, the way that it's falling. Because it's a federal holiday, that's what you're, I mean, there, you can submit it, but there's not gonna be anybody here to push through, so people are not going to get paid until Friday. And also this addresses the issues with the 27 pays. So what will happen in 2026? There'll be 27 pays. So the first thing they're gonna do when they get their first paycheck is they're gonna call our office and wanna know why their check is not reflecting their raises. They are getting their raise, it's just divided out by 27 pays now. So
It's rolling.
these are basically two things that are payroll related that must happen and are going to happen. But there's nothing that we can do about it.
so we don't need to vote on it, it's just gonna be.
Yep.
Good.
Okay, last, Sheila called yesterday and said, do you have any other changes? Well, I had, from the prior budget meeting, forgot to do the EMS, that health insurance needed some adjusting. So I did that, but then this morning, Aaron Mahalik and myself were emailing back and forth about two different things. For one, the truth and taxation hearing, which I need to also address. And the other one is, their contract renews in May. So I know equalization, I don't see the budget on here, but I do have what their contract is going to be for equalization. So they just received this bulletin, oh, it was back in November. Oh, just November 18th, I'm sorry. They just received that bulletin on November 18th, which sets their multiplier. And it's a ratio that's given. So if you look at it, you're gonna keep seeing this 1.0 blah, blah, blah. You gotta actually go in and open up this bulletin 14 of 2025 and, unfortunately, it wasn't until after I made copies, I realized it's not on your, not on your email or your pad. But on the back, it breaks that ratio of that 1.027%, once you open that bulletin up. And they took the ratio and they put it into a percentage, which is the 2.7% increase. Right here, that ratio to that, once you open up that bulletin.
Okay.
Okay, so we adjusted their pay vouchers and for the year, I made a copy. So that Sheila has it, the very last page, and the bottom amount for their new contract will be 93,479. And that's effective January 1st. So their pay voucher will be increased. If you renew the contract, it will be the total of 93,479.
So their increase is for 5 months. Their contract, doesn't the contract end in May?
So basically, when you take their current contract and you're gonna divide it by the 12 months. So that 5 months, we've already increased what their next 5 months is gonna be until you renew, based off that 2.7%.
We're assuming that the contract isn't gonna go up, if the way we're budgeting.
But you can't make that assumption
No, you can't.
when you're calculating this.
Right. Yeah, I mean,
Correct, so for 5 months, it will have that 2.7% until it's decided what the new
Or I
contract will
would have
be.
thought that. I haven't read their contract, I've seen it and I've read it, but not recently.
And it says on each subsequent January 1st during the term of this agreement, so every January 1st going forward for the term
Oh,
of the
it does
agreement.
specify.
Yes, it does.
Okay, that's good, I didn't know, I don't remember that, and I probably read it and sounded just right.
So other than what's gonna happen next year with payroll and this year with payroll, that. Just an overview. Tina is going to send out that email because like I said, the first thing people are gonna do is gonna call and they're gonna wanna know why, where's their, you know. Raise go in their paycheck, cause it looks like they're making less money. You're really not, you're just getting it over 27 pays instead of 26. And then the holiday we took care of, and then equalizations contract and. Truth and taxation. If. That has to be. Approved in order to collect the taxes and whatnot, and all that has to be done, and the budget's accepted. But it's 2 separate notices. So when you have a final budget. I gotta post it in paper, whether it's the general and non-general funds. But if I put the truth and taxation in today, it will be in next Wednesday's paper and you can, and we accepted that, you guys did that truth and taxation resolution last year, December 13th. So basically just permission to publish the truth and taxation.
I'll make a motion to publish truth and taxation.
Or. I'm sorry.
Second by Terry. Any more comments? All those in favor?
Aye.
All opposed? Motion carries.
That's all I have.
All right, well, let's talk about the building permit fund then. If we're doing it this way, right?
Yes, I thought maybe I'll.
This is.
and this is yours too?
Yeah.
Thanks. All these years. Okay, I'm not like her.
It's a lot of fun. This is an email that was sent to you, and I just to kind of refresh your memory. I don't know if you need to.
Yeah.
Think about that at all
I got
during
that.
this, okay,
Yeah, Dan did, send an email.
okay.
to
I'm just trying to put some notes together that.
you, finance committee,
I'm sorry.
how I came up with these numbers, so, well, Harry is a full-time employee. Building inspector. Let's see, where did that come from? Last revenue. Revenues are estimated at 308,210. Department head salary 31,200. Clerk is 34,076.
Why the drop in. Plan reviews. Under in revenue.
WECCOA.
Yeah, I'm sure it's the ECCOA.
That was big. Oh,
That was a big one.
But year to date, it's 3,700.
Oh, well, you know what, because we voted to, they didn't have to pay for it, didn't we? Didn't we give them a break on that? Oh. Regardless, that 19.5 might have been erroneous from last year. Who knows? Well, no, then it was amended down to 11.8. We're going to 37,000, 37,000. Good question, Carol. I don't know. There must have been something we thought we were gonna have to review.
Well, the original budget was 19,005, then it was amended and we only got 37, so
Yeah.
then he chose to do 4,000.
Yep.
I don't know what the changes are, within his office, but
I'm a little surprised soil erosion moving up. Almost, well, actually more than about $1,200. Not challenging, it's just a little surprised.
Is this 114 and building inspection fee, is that with the new pricing structure?
I don't think he's implemented that yet.
I wonder if he's using that.
Probably gonna be a lot of catch up, Carolyn, because there hasn't been any inspections done with soil erosion.
Oh, that's right, he's working on it right now.
That could be, yeah, that could be.
That's
Thank
right.
you. Thank you. Forgot about that.
So overall,
We're down 30,000 and hired full time. That's interesting how we, our book for expenses were going down, but
still we're gonna be up about expenditures. Well, yeah,
no, we're gonna be down.
oh, down, that's right, we're
30,000.
anticipated, yeah.
No health insurance costs?
No.
Oh, it's buyout, I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Cause it was a double prior.
Yeah, that's a, well, there's the,
Yep.
yeah. Not where, how. And did we do something on the direct services one?
Sure,
isn't it in there?
Yeah, but it's dropped $10,000.
Yeah,
that's
Yeah.
according to the new.
Yeah.
That's the
Uh,
new.
I
Yeah.
double checked those numbers 3 times.
They went
He
down.
Told me not, I know.
okay, I was also confused with that.
So there's the money drop is the health insurance and indirect costs.
Yeah.
On appropriation.
What's an indirect costs?
Us.
This is services we provide. for
IT.
those.
Um,
IT separate. It
That's how
shows
we-
treasurer and clerk in our indirect costs.
That's how 101
There's a
has
separate line
access.
name for IT, but I have not
Oh, yeah.
had anything
Remember? Yeah.
given to me. Are we going to do indirect costs for IT? Because that is not in there. I know in the past we have. And I know John
We just did
does.
a bunch of stuff for printers.
Yeah,
What
so
was last year's?
that could be a little bit of revenue that.
Is last year's on here? Or was, do we just cram it all in the same line item? I don't remember.
No, it's a separate line item, but I don't see,
I don't see
we haven't utilized it maybe within.
I think maybe because, we didn't charge those guys, I don't think in the past.
No, just the clerk and.
Yeah.
I think on the.
And I clarify for myself, you still got contract services. Electrical and plumbing, they're not gonna be employed
They're supposed to be.
part-time.
Part-time.
People part-time.
Correct. Yes.
You still got them under contract services down there. 811, 812.
He would like them to be moved up,
Oh, I see.
but there would have to be lines created for those.
Okay, so
Those are. Yeah, we can definitely move those up.
all right, so no is,
So we'll have to recalculate all the places and all that stuff.
No.
No, just
I
gotta
did.
change the
So
line.
his numbers include that, okay,
Everything stays the same as far as numbers.
I just wanna make sure.
So I'll just make a note to just move that up to.
So these contract services numbers are actually employee wage numbers.
Yep, sorry. Yeah.
What are the easier ones?
Okay, cool.
I think he does expect some, he wanted to make a line to pay John extra.
Did he put his
But
rate?
then that's an additional salary that he would have been getting when he gets, should be charged the indirect cost. It shouldn't be lumping some money in for an extra additional, and John said, no, I get paid through indirect costs, but I don't see it in there.
That is something finance needs to.
Look at that bill.
Yeah, I can,
I've been checking that one. I hope not. I'm ready to move on for everybody else.
And you get a living document, we're gonna all that stuff.
next one is 911.
Hey, did you update that, and you said there was a review for the taxation? Cause we have to send that in today by 4, I think. Okay, and then, can you just make sure it has that proper verbiage on there that the purpose of this is the taxes levied, blah, blah, you know, that verbiage I'm talking about? Okay, and can you just make sure it's part of that notice? I think it's already in there. Okay, thank you.
I think all her stuff has been calculated at 3% as far as wages go.
I said 4,
Is it 4?
yeah, but I could be wrong. I just went first dispatcher, but I don't know what they're using.
Every department head has their own.
So I didn't do department head, I did dispatcher, rate,
Oh, okay.
so that's a union.
That's a union, yeah, with her, I think, has 3%.
Here in a little bit.
You. Rude.
Yeah, it is 3%.
The only thing that I can say that has increased, on her contingency, she got $20,000 budgeted, but there has been so many changes within everybody's budget, and her budget was adjusted, because of, insurance, HSA and, buyout. So she got actually an, additional 3,294. So I talked to her and we just put it in contingency. That difference, so it balanced her budget, because her budget was already done, and she really didn't want to redo it, so, and allocate that money, so we just stuck it into the contingency.
There were a couple of salaries that we had figured out per their contract. And some of these changed a little bit, and one of them was Kathy's 3%. I mean, it's not much, it's very minimal, but she increased some of them. And that's what number she provided, so that's what we changed it to.
249. We didn't charge them anything for IT services last year. Invoice is only for indirect costs, clerk and treasurer.
I mean, that's something maybe we could
We need to
revisit,
revisit that, yeah.
got it on my list.
Okay, so I'm going. Oh, 801, 805, well, that's not bad. Oh, you know why? Cause last year they had the big phone system purchase, right?
Yeah.
I'm gonna leave that indirect cost in there. Till they fight me on it, I'm gonna make them fight for it every
And-
year.
It sounded like she She was fine with it. When I gave her the numbers and talked to her, yeah. She just stuck her.
Well, let's clarify that, I'm sorry. She was not fine.
Well, I mean,
The authority board meeting,
Okay, well, I know my conversation with her, she didn't,
she's willing to accept it.
Yeah.
But there's a difference between being.
she didn't
fine.
say those words. I just gave them to her and she put them in
It
there.
was kind of like, if it is, I can't do anything about it.
I'm comfortable with accepting it and being fine with it. That's totally great. That's a W.
I'll tell her, I was pretty sure it is.
I'll give her a big hug, whatever it takes. There you go. All right, any other questions or comments?
Yeah, what's the capital really bad? Just doesn't know yet.
Oh, we've got to get new, phones, I can get it all. She's in the process, we're in the process of looking at different ones right now, but you know it's coming. There's something about what we have doesn't do something that we're now required to do.
Every couple of years.
She made an announcement about it, that she had a presentation about it, and I
Yeah.
thought exactly what it was, but she's right.
I don't know. Not bad.
All right, next up.
That young lady you guys are at, 34 is opioid. And she knows. There's a lot of trees. We did, but you know what? It was
I know.
effective. It was worth it.
Oh, boy, cut dry, 20,000. Fund balance. Carol's giving all the money away.
That's what I'm supposed to do.
No. We gotta figure out a way to pay the school resource officer this somehow.
You can't.
I know you can, but. Well, we couldn't get, indirect cost service from 911, but look at.
I told you what they're gonna do with the folks that used it to pay
I know.
police cars and staffing and.
I'm only saying
all
it
that.
because somebody can, but.
But it's certainly a subject that will get my ire on. For sure.
Okay.
Carolyn, did you get these, figures out of the opioid portal?
I'm sorry, what's the question again?
Did you get the revenues from the opioid portal itself, where it shows the dates of the payouts for the year?
I looked for that and I couldn't. Yeah, they mentioned it, one of the things they got recently, but I couldn't find it.
I was gonna run up and just look into the portal real quick to see what they're,
And I couldn't find it.
yeah, let me go look at that real quick.
Okay. Thank you.
You're welcome.
It was one of those ones that, I don't think it said attached, but that maybe like below or. I don't know.
I just emailed you rough
I
interrupt
see.
costs for EMS building department. And then one,
That's made it for 26.
just guessing, yeah, I mean rough, but. May have gone a little high. But building department has required a ton of my time lately,
Okay,
so, and Dan realizes next year's gonna be even more.
Okay.
911. Same, it's been a lot this year, and it's gonna be even more next year. Especially if they upgrade to a new CAD.
Right.
did you send it to Sheila too?
I sent it to both of you guys.
Okay. Perfect.
I just took all my line items pertaining to my salary. Did the calculations. So, they've gone a little high. We can always suggest lower.
Thank you.
Yes, thank you, Jim.
While we're waiting for Stephanie to look at, get those numbers you wanna do.
You
next.
wanna do the next one?
Yeah.
Okay. This
Keep
is
the ball
Parks and
rolling.
Rec. Oh, wait.
Big grant. Big grant this year. That,
Big grant, but,
Oh, wait.
excuse me, Craig, where'd you find out about that? Grant. Oh, that's different. Well, that's different. Yeah, that's not gonna here. Well, that will not even show.
Shower was down, actually.
Okay. The big grant was. I mean, it's-
Boy, snowmobile dropped, didn't it?
For usage, you mean? Year to date?
Well,
The grant will be the same, but how much we have to use
Yeah.
is based on how
that's
much.
true.
So we had 79,000 last year, we're gonna use 26.
Is it just there's not enough man hours and equipment to spend more of that, or?
No, it only gets paid if there's rooming, if there's no.
Oh, the grooming, not for like working on the dirt of the trail, okay,
So the ORV is, when we do dirt work, then that's.
got it,
But not on the,
got
the
it.
snow, you don't groom, you don't get paid. Yeah, no snow, no money. Which is why we pursued the ORV more, is, like, so that's usually more. There's a little bit of a. I know the snowmobilers don't like that, but. Like ORV. Yeah, but most of the snowmobilers are bought side by side, so. They're gonna get turned off.
Not all of them, there's so few. of them.
Yeah, there's a few hardcore.
So,
Like every year in March, there's a lot of snowmobiles for sale around here. There's tons of
there
snow.
is, but they do run the.
So what Terry was alluding to was, this isn't gonna affect the budget at all, but NEMCOG has contacted Terry and then I talked to Nico, so they have access to a Sparks grant through GNR, and they're going to do our, rec line.
Very far.
Nothing. It's all through their Sparks grant. They had extra money left over. They got an okay from the state to use it for this, and Nico thinks if we're gonna have a meeting probably after next week. He'd like to see every township that doesn't have one come in too, and we'll just do everything all at once.
Great.
So. Yeah, we had a good conversation and, Linda's reached out to me, so, yeah, I'm pretty excited. I let a couple board members know that we're gonna get this thing done and wrap up and. Finally have it all. It would normally be 15 to 20,000. Is what he said, so.
Any other questions about Parks and Rec?
I just have a quick question. I do see that there's FICA on here in work comp. Does somebody have wages in here?
So I believe, and I'm always kind of weird on this, is that sometimes, or some of those guys who do the grooming get paid a wage.
Where is that at, you think? It shouldn't be, it shouldn't come out of like, you know, like out of vehicles, equipment, grounds, nothing like that. It should actually be.
Or are you using for sanitation services?
Oh, there's no employee listed on here, but I think you're saying.
There's FICA and work comp.
You know, I don't know, under,
Voice management just went way up. They
well, I don't know
were-
why I think that might be because that's for the ARA site. And I don't know who's doing it. I think that's the garbage bill for the ARA site.
They went,
Which is another thing. that we pay for
went
the-
from 600 a month to 22 or 2,400 a month.
Yeah.
Waste management. Now, they didn't go with, they canceled out their contract with waste management. They're down to $850, I think, or $8 with another company.
Recycling.
Actually, I have an invoice on the Craig, and that was for Lily Lily's. It was porta potties for Park and Rec in February of 25.
And so it must be out of on the trails.
Yeah,
We do have some porta potties out there.
yeah.
The only one was waste.
How much was that?
There was a, it says portable toilet, handicap one for the fire department, Alcona Park, and Arbor Trail, Barton City, and Vandercliff Trail.
Oh, so you're saying
So
it's
there-
porta potty.
Yeah,
Okay,
so that's what that-
it's probably that's what this is, porta potties for the trails. I didn't know that. That would probably be that much. They probably pick them up every couple weeks.
Mhm. Yeah, I was just kind of curious if, I mean, is he on our pay, is that person on our pay?
There's two, I think, two
Okay.
people right now.
Don't know where they're being
We
referred.
move on to fair.
They are volunteers, but they do get paid
Yeah,
a wage, and I don't know how that works.
Right.
Steph will know.
okay, we can. Cause I just don't know if that's something that actually needs to be moved up, just like, building department. It being reflected the same way, do you know what I mean?
There was a reason that we had that, when, I think it was an insurance issue, they, as an employee.
Yeah.
Yeah. so
Yeah, no, I'm good with that, I was just trying to,
It's always been a complicated.
Yeah.
Kind of a cost. They don't use them enough to pay them, or
but if we're paying them, and
Well,
we're paying FICA,
I think what it was is that we can't contract guys to drive our tractors. They have to be employees. If that was their tractor and they were providing all the equipment, then we can contract them. And since they're just driving our equipment, then we have to pay them a wage, they're an employee.
okay, next one is, a fair, just like Karen said.
I was trying to look this up for the opioid thing, Carolyn, they updated the website. It took me forever to find what's even been paid out so far, but the year's cut off. So I can't, I'm gonna have to.
Okay. 350, yeah, we're moved on, we did a few while you were gone, Stephanie.
Yeah.
There's a question just in hand, regarding Park and Rec.
Yeah.
There's FICA and more comp, but, and is there anybody on payroll
There are.
that we're trying to figure out where,
Well, they stayed the same. Totals.
Well, they come, yeah, I didn't do anything with. Pipeline at all for these guys. Travel, work.
no, it's just more of just.
I don't know what they paid out of.
Yeah, can you look into that? That's what you can look into, we can.
Yeah, Trina was.
You don't do it right now, just revisit, I got
She's
it,
listening.
okay. Alright,
I don't think anything on it last year.
I went over it with,
Cause the groomers get paid, they're in payroll.
they thought maybe
Anybody
there was.
got an appetite?
But I mean,
Bill into the-
it's gonna show them the wages, there's not wages being paid, they're showing where they get.
They ever thank for the, have them pay their share of the electric bill.
Whole thing is.
Brought it up
Repair
last year.
me vehicle, I don't
Right now, we
You know
pay,
what I mean? Gotta move that
About-
up.
but this year's gonna be about $2,000.
Is it?
It'll come in the air.
I bet you it's. I don't know, okay.
Might just have to tweak it a little bit, everything
Yeah.
say the same, I just, I don't know.
Oh, what's your phone now?
For fair?
Yeah, for the fair.
Probably.
Sorry, it's not as quick as I'd like it to be. The fare is 55,861.70.
it's gonna say 50, but I was,
Yeah,
couldn't remember what one.
I know, yeah.
what is the?
Do they have anything budgeted for,
This year, I have to work with Gary on this.
What do they use that, I mean, on a
fare
regular,
is next on the list?
on a regular basis, fair itself only uses a month's worth of stuff, right?
Yeah, but it's the biggest one. It was $2,000 with the record, so. I believe, or 1,800,
Is that total or is that for that?
just
month?
that.
That
that,
month is
yeah.
$2,000.
Well, not every month, but it was.
Their electric bill is gonna be really high this year because. Someone utilized the grounds for an event and one of the electrical. Things, something.
That was from the fair, yeah. They didn't do it. but
Well, there was a
something
fair
that-
bill, the fair week, there was that bill. And there was another event that happened
Yeah, I remember hearing about it.
and something got left on and it was another great big huge bill, like another $900 bill. And that was an error. So their electric ran high this year.
I would say $1,000 in electrical, it's a pretty typical for August. And that's all. Okay.
Oh, I can hear the chemicals.
I just know that I don't know if we charge others entities if they're using electrical. We do anything with them, not really sure.
But I think who we're trying to use on this one, we have to analyze everything, everybody uses whatever. Like,
Oh,
this Park and Recs, should they get they get their own electric bill.
No, there's no hard.
Yeah, they get their own.
Yeah,
The only ones so the big users would be the Snowmobile Club, or the Snowmobile guys when they're pumping water in January, February, March. And any lights that they would use during that time. The motocross guys, pretty negative, they don't have any lights. So it's really just the snowmobile race and the fair, use all the power. And they're pumping water for 2 weeks. So just something there.
well, I mean, where would you, you'd have to talk to Sheila about this, Greg, and have to figure out where they're gonna move it from, we can't just toss it on there right now. I guess make a note for me, if you would, Sheila.
Yeah.
To bounce this off of the fair board. I don't even know what the answer is, but
What
we
is your?
gotta leave it to them where, well, if they would be willing to pay $500 to $1,000 towards electric. For 2026. And a good place to move that from within this budget.
I know with the phone, she did, when I was sat with her and talked with her about a couple of things. The phone bill she feels is high. I want to approach the board or finance in regards to maybe their phone get put on our plan, their cell phone get put on our plan. So that they get a lower rate, cause they're paying a lot for just the one phone. So I did tell her that I would mention it to you guys.
No problem with that.
Okay. Okay,
In fact, whatever they say, they can pass for electrical.
um,
That's how we move that money around.
okay.
You're a genius.
So on
Yeah, go ahead.
so I don't think have we ever. So how's their insurance done? Is it under Murma? So they're not paying anything for that either. Plus a zero at the bottom. And we make everybody pay that. You know, all the other entities that are under our insurance, we ask them to.
Motocross and snowmobiles and soccer and them guys all pay something for that.
I don't
They,
think they have their own though, yeah.
Yeah,
just assume.
So the fair
So I'm
itself,
not thinking about the fair, I'm thinking we do break out other entities.
Oh, right.
Other funds that get a portion of our liability
yep,
insurance.
we have, we've done that in the past.
So. Liability insurance and.
Well, remember what the work up for us on that, for the portion at the fairgrounds? Stephanie? Would that be anything the Murray have to put together for us?
They will not do that for us now. Tina has to do that.
That's a silly thing.
They
Okay.
basically recommended, made a few recommendations of how other counties divvy up their bill. And so that's what Tina had to base it off of.
I don't know, like 20 more.
We basically went by value and or content.
I mean, buildings wise, they got a lot of stuff up there.
Yeah, it wouldn't be that hard for her to figure it out.
Well, I mean, it would be nice to know. If we don't decide it right now, we can definitely think of something next week or menu. Okay. Anything else is there? Claire? Okay, next. Budget.
That pile you've got to your left, is that,
that's what we're reviewing.
Long list.
A lot of hurt there.
Yeah.
I bet that.
Straight, housing has 48,000. They only spent 31,000 this year.
No, I think.
What that, all that money is what? I mean, is that reimbursed as you give it out, or do you get a check for $248,000? I don't remember how that works. Okay, here's the deal on housing. I'm gonna sit down with, our housing director person. And we should figure this out. Trying to see where, it's year to date for 2025, for example. Oh, wait,
You can see where,
income. Revenues. Oh, so the revenues are only 57.30.
yeah, nothing has come in. I don't know where she's at with that, or if we are getting anything, I'm not sure.
So we're lacking reporting. Okay, so this is the special project for the finance slash me. And sit down with Diana and dope this whole thing out. Sheila, if you would be so kind, is to send me an email next week. And we'll set up a meeting, sit down with Diana, figure out what's going on with this fund. Without her to talk to you about it, there's really nothing we can discuss.
Would someone please enlighten me on the professional services at $5,000?
I don't know what that is.
It seems to me
It's like nothing.
that I'm gonna say 5 years ago, but it could have been 4, it could have been 6 or 7. It should have been sterile. And maybe it's under contractual services, 802. We figured out what she was making. Now, I know she is available every day of the week. She's not here, but she is available. And maybe there is a defined amount by the state that she is allowed to be paid. I don't know that. But
Well, this whole department bears some, conversation. I'm assuming, I have to assume there's a bunch of stuff that hasn't been
I
reported
would
yet.
agree with you.
We have to figure out what's going on with this.
As far as the revenue goes, the state of Michigan is what, is who we receive the money from as far as reimbursement, and we haven't received anything, so.
So I don't know.
Everything is through
People
this.
aren't asking for services. So what's this? This is a deep dive conversation scenario. Hopefully like it is for now. Think. As long as your balance is income and outcome. And. So,
Yeah, it's just, he has a contract or something from what? Like, everyone back?
in order to get anything clear about this, we need, she needs to be here and it needs to be just about that. But
Correct, I don't have any
Yeah,
answers.
she would be able to, I
How
don't wanna speak for her.
well, contract,
She's not informed.
Because of hours or what?
She just never has been.
She's always been contracted as far as I know.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and same with the prior, housing director as well. We used to be open 2 to 3 days a week, available to the public. Someone would be in there and people would come in and make payments and come in and inquire about, new projects or whatever that they could, possibly qualify for, but that was Denise.
One of the
Yeah.
problems with her situation is that a lot of people don't qualify. They come to her wanting a loan, they don't qualify, they don't meet the state standards, and some of them are federal standards, I think. But, feels frustrated.
That might be the case. I think, that's why I think it needs to be a conversation. I need to understand it better.
And two, things might be revamped too with this whole new administration that's in office now too, the housing department, I know is being looked at, so I don't know, maybe things have changed and we just don't know yet. So 211 area. On the back, there is a note in regards to, a project that is a need. I did put that 11,000 into the general fund. That's, people give me the budget, so I put stuff in, but I'm just,
Where is it in the general fund?
well, it's the appropriations that come in for the certain.
The fraction, 23 needs to removable. So Kevin is requesting $11,000 for tree removal. Which he is suggesting that comes out of the general fund.
Yeah, that's where it's been asked.
I'm sorry, I thought you were on, veterans.
Oh, no.
You skipped that, okay.
Oh, did I skip it?
No.
Oh.
Yeah, we did,
Oh,
sure did. We can finish that area
Okay.
over here.
I'll be honest with you, I don't think I had print that one.
What's the fund balance? Sheila and
Sure.
Gary?
I'm in the process of beginning to try to work with NTE on those trees.
Was the one out on the road, right?
$6,438.28.
Last week, we did a lot of research and I appreciate Lauren's and Nancy's, time and effort on determining whose trees they belong to. And, it went from Abraham to Zachariah as far as it was not, oh, we found it, it's this person or entity.
Sure.
Half an hour later, oh, we found something different, it's this one. So, anyway, but I'm still working on it, and that may help us address the trees, so. Thank you for your.
Okay,
Happy Thanksgiving,
yep,
Thank you.
safe travel.
So those fund balance was about $6,400 in the roll. Certainly don't want to do all of that in there.
Oh,
I would say, first I would say budget it,
yeah,
and we wait and see what DTE comes up with. Because some of these are gonna be part of, they're not all those trees, there's some that are in the grounds that aren't gonna be. Stuff. So, that's because I saw that and I went, what, and they were over $12,000 that he put in there, and that's.
Yeah, and I made sure I printed it.
So he is-
so
okay.
he explained.
Well, so let's back up. So we go up to revenues, he's trying to transfer in 8,000 from fund balance.
yep,
there isn't.
It's not there.
Yeah, he's trying to do the same as, I don't know if he thinks that I get it. I don't know.
Keep trying, maybe it'll happen.
I'll have to let him- I'm wondering if he was, well, no. See, I ended up putting it into, let's see.
Why don't we could have this balance for any reason?
So I did an appropriations ARA site in the general fund, I did put in 11,000. So that's not reflected, in the 699,001.
Okay,
So we should take, and my suggestion, but we should take out the 8,000. Or bring in some kind of fund balance and then split the difference. You know what I mean?
so
Something-
we've appropriated that 11.8 a couple of years and didn't use it, right? And
Yeah,
never
they
went.
haven't, no,
So this year we did.
it has, no, it did get utilized,
Okay,
no, it just had a, no, it did get utilized. No.
so do we wanna put the 11.8 in? Bump the fund balance up to 17, whatever it is. Add 11.8 to what we have for fund balance.
Mhm.
Guys, track anything?
Yep. Yeah, but
So there's a general fund appropriation to the air, to this fund of
Yeah.
11,800 that we have not done.
touched.
We haven't done it. So if we do that, we bump this fund balance up to 11.8 plus 64, right?
Yep.
Thank you. And then this will be okay and it'll still have fund balance. If we want to spend the 11.8. If we keep, and we keep the 11.8. But I think the trees are a necessity. I mean, we start having stuff falling down, it's gonna be a problem.
So you're saying they'll put 11,000 in, and what are you wanting to do with the
So then we would just
fund
keep,
balance?
then we would keep it at the 8,000 transfer in from fund, because we have enough then, right? This will hold water then,
Mhm.
if we do the transfer. Do you wanna do the whole thing or just enough to make this,
Yeah, I would,
just enough to make this flush?
I would, yeah, I
Yeah.
don't think we should do the
Flush.
whole fund balance.
So we put in 2,500? What are they, 64 right now, right? Is that what it's got in it? 64.
Let's transfer in $3,000.
Yeah.
We put in 3,000.
And then we
Makes
do
it
the
94.
general fund as the difference?
Yep.
Okay.
I don't know, do you have some invoices there? Did he use some of that air money on for the insulation and cause they spray foam going to the buildings out there? For summer use, the arts and crafts building. So it got really hot in there, so they're spray foamed it, so we're hoping maybe we'll be able to use during snowboard races too, it was gonna be.
Yeah,
insulated.
he did have some expenses towards the end there.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
He's selling it. Can you read off like the last 5?
Okay, so. Would this be building or?
Yeah,
100. Oops, I'm sorry, apologize. It is $412.90.
Looks like it was repair, maintain grounds.
It
Yeah.
was for actually plumbing and heating there.
it was 4,000 total for the year so far. What's been spent.
Lincoln Sand and Gravel, Greg's Tree Service. He's a lot. State of Michigan, $64.
How much was the keys and what?
Minimal,
We
$35.95.
$1,000 thing.
There was sanding, the Lincoln Sand and Gravel was $23.50, and Greg's Tree Service was $16.50.
Okay, well, there it's all.
They're
Okay.
sort of, yeah.
Well. That'll make them give enough money to think this float, so. I would just, but when I get down to the utilities. What's the bill? Can you go to the utilities bills?
Oh, sure, this is that.
I did have to contact him when those double bills came in, because when I got that second big bill, I
Yeah, you
went,
told me about it.
wait a minute.
It's going
I
on.
said, Kevin, you don't have enough money.
Yeah.
So he goes, pull it from anywhere, and just get it paid, and then the fair bill came, and I went, what is going on? Why, there's two, usually it's just one big bill.
Yeah, utilities is just consumers and that's the 3,300.
So did you see the bills for August, July, August, September?
Which one do you want?
August?
August. Well, let's do the big one. $800 in August.
That's, yeah.
We said, we put 1,000, right? Instead of 1,000.
It's what Adam did going.
That's what I was
With
thinking.
his, cat and thing.
Right. Thanks,
Yeah, with that one.
About 800, 900. That's,
Yeah.
I think that's what it's run year to year, it was $800 or $900 for the month.
I apologize, you guys, veterans, I did not print, so I will go up and get that, because I know that is something we do have to do, but I will give you 45 to Carter Town.
Do whatever you want.
Yeah. Lost legs.
Fred likely, don't spend on me, that flag, so.
You have their fund balance, Jim?
You know, if you want, Sheila, we can get through all these and do veterans at the regular meeting next week. So I'm sure there's a few more that are straggling in, right? This isn't everything, is it?
We're close to being done,
Oh, really?
yeah,
All right.
general fund, I think I'm,
Well, we're gonna have to go through and review some things because there's some changes. in
no,
there.
but yeah, everybody has their budget in, except for general, because the only, she's got her budgets in, but
Yeah.
those have to be looked at.
There's a fight that needs to be had there.
Okay, what are we on, 245?
4, 5.
$41,166.
That was staying pretty steady around that 40.
She spent a little bit because there was some work done
Yeah,
down there, but
I just don't know where they get it. So many people going to buy that stuff, it's insane.
I was there today.
You were there today buying stuff? Oh,
I
okay.
didn't find anything today.
Okay.
it's kind of like the little shopping mall in
It's a
Harrisville.
knick-knacky, everybody loves that stuff.
Everybody loved it.
I mean, I appreciate it, but
Well, it's still, but it's still. all-
She does have,
Will be
oh, that's wrong one, sorry.
still all under the pet thing, right?
Yeah, they're using it. They're paying us rent, but they're
They
taking
sell
our
little
revenue.
goodies
for
other than something pet.
the- I haven't been in there, so ask these
they,
ladies.
they get donated items to sell.
Yeah, like a Goodwill. A higher end Goodwill.
But a higher, nice,
Really?
nice things, yeah,
Well, whatever it is,
it's everything.
it's always been working out, so.
So she did spend, and I guess you guys can see it here, you got that on your, but she did spend 31,425 for repairs.
Yeah, to the steps there, that had to be done.
And then there's still like another 10,000 budgeted.
That's gonna work out though.
Oh, right.
It's been, yeah, it's been a long time.
Never happened.
We couldn't even get anybody to look at it at
Yeah.
first. All right, cool with that. Go down, unless you. Big difference in MSU that I know of is that they were gonna transfer some money into the fund balance to cover. Some couple employees for the makerspace at the elementary school. One or two employees that had, part-time at the makerspace over there,
Did a new employee, not current?
not good.
The what space?
They got a maker's space over there for kids, it's like got. Stuff where you can make things. Like tools and cardboard. Yeah, it's a little
Hands-on
hands-on
machine
making
building.
things. They've had it for 4 or 5 years already.
Their fund, cash fund balance is 84,000.
They got their sign updated. They paid to have a sign fixed over there. Updated. Flat. So they're 158, 158, and they're looking under there. I mean, I don't see any.
What was, did we have to approve that big jump in our contract with them? Or is that just an automatic? Went from 88 to 105. I don't know what the deal is.
This is MSU,
Mm-hmm.
Julia. Not seen that.
802.
Hey, maybe their stuff,
So many zeros.
where? Oh, but good, she just took the line items that,
Or, I'm sorry.
oh, that's not the
Did
one.
you,
Yeah.
did you see what our contract agreement was with them in 24? 802. 261 802 000. Just made a big jump. I'm just wondering if that's normal.
Going down through there.
You said 802,001.
Yeah.
Okay.
No, 000.
Yeah, 001.
That's the 2 more employees out of the fund balance.
Oh,
88, 948 plus that 18,000 up top.
got it. Yep.
That's what that is.
Then I'm good.
Well, the bill that I'm looking at for that line item,
What?
the second quarter, like I just clicked on to just one, but it's a work plan payment.
Every number, how much?
Investment fee is like 11,000, additional for each program coordinators, 9,000, master garden support is 2,000 for a total of 22,237.
Sign a contract. That's, we don't have to do anything different with the contract. When we have those 2 people, should probably bring that in. We do.
I would say, yeah.
Yeah, and it does say right here, January 1st through December 31st of 2025 will be 88,948. Looks like they broke it down into quarters. Pay of it, and she must have a new contract and that's why she boosted it up.
Yeah, well, he was saying for the 18,000 for those 2 people. That's what I mean. Yeah, I'll do that. Okay. Oh, shit, it's all nice there.
It's not the whole 18,000, it was only close, it was 14,000 for the.
Yeah, it's really cool. Must be a little bump in the radio.
The bigger percentage or something. MIDC. Oh, okay, oh, it's actually down for you. Oh,
You gotta pay the same month.
Yeah.
Nothing.
And she was up.
Nothing changes for us.
So this is the defender, public defender.
Yeah. You remember they set that on us?
Yep.
Years ago?
Yep.
Yeah, the 41,000 is our.
Yep.
Is that a limit?
No, they took what we had been spending over a period of time, years, whatever it is, and said this will be your responsibility going forward. The state does the rest.
Yeah.
Whatever we were spending is what we have to keep spending.
But they bumped their figures quite a bit too.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, they're gonna spend
They're gonna spend
No,
that.
I mean, the state, as far as putting money into the public defender.
Oh, yeah, yeah,
They
they
spend
put a lot of money in there, but our number stays that.
All right, go down.
2, 3, 4,
This one I sent.
which
No, I don't have no info on this. This is something you guys are gonna have to.
Did forward those reports on. Yeah, we have to talk about this whole, well, we don't have any money left to put in there, do we? I mean, it's all spent out. We're done with this. I mean, well, EDC, we gotta figure out what we're gonna put in there for future stuff. Basically.
Oh, it's broadband,
Well, it lives in here, but it's EDC,
yeah.
but
There's nothing to be, I mean, we have no,
that's all we've ever done is broadband out of here,
Yeah.
so. We gotta populate that with. What do we got here? We got 90 from fund balance, we got $10 from interest income.
there is no fund balance left in there, right?
We'd have to have the EDC board get together to propose some projects or something, or to put some money in here. But if you look here, the only thing that they'd ever really done is.
Yeah, we did plans, we did broadband stuff. We had a couple of trainings 3-4 years ago.
Yep,
I'm getting it, like, sorry, I was in the middle of trying to print the veterans, budget. Well, it's pretty, it's good. Alright, 41,191.
41,000.
So. There's a few things. You want me to gin something up?
Yeah, let's transfer in $10,000 and do some stuff with it. Out of that 41,000.
That would be plenty. Yeah, I mean, we've got some grant writing workshop stuff that's been going on with the Glasgow EDC. I've been contacted by Rich Castle, he wants to have a meeting. He's here, I'm gonna get you, Rich, don't worry. To maybe do some things together with them guys, so it could be, but it's not gonna be really nothing. But I'll, in your words, dope something up. And give it.
EDC expenses, let's do this, for now. Let's just transfer in 10,000 from fund balance and then put it in line item 978,000. Then you can roll around in there wherever you want.
Okay. Excellent.
Does that sound good?
So is the 31 earmarked or something? Or can I just go back to general funds? This is $41,000 fund balance in there. Is that ARPA money? What is that? I know, so we took in like 20,000.
So you're saying-
COVID years.
Run that balance down to $5,000 and put the rest back in general fund somehow?
I don't know why we need it. Let's look at it some more.
Yeah.
We could
No,
probably
I'll take a little deeper on
make
that.
sure it's not something that's gotta be.
So for now, let's do 10K in for fund balance and
Yep.
throw it in the EDC expenses line item.
So this is,
9,700.
yeah, I'm just looking, but it is,
Hold on. And then we got some from Target Alpena, I think. Was given for administration costs, and they got donated. I don't know if you wanted that to stay in DC.
I'll go look a little bit more, but it looks like it is part of the whole, ARPA stuff. Which. We'll have to look into that as far as, because we have to close that out too, so. Maybe
But that had to be pulled up, I know.
before the end of the year, we have to have a special meeting to close that out.
I forwarded all the updates to Cheryl
Okay, perfect.
that I got from,
Yeah,
uh,
she was the one that actually was 100% working on that throughout, so she is aware of that. I talked to her yesterday about
that
that.
day we talked, the same day, I found everything that we had in that folder done.
Okay.
I think it was within 1 month.
I'll give you guys an answer on the funding, so.
So. You going down? Next is talk about 101 general fund, which is everything. But, so I had, Sheila team there work on 2020, do some estimates on the 2025 closeout. Looks like we'll have a fund balance of about $1.1 million.
But
But $1.1 million to, going into 26. The cash will be closer to about $500,000. So that means after the first 2 pay periods, we'll be in the red right away. As opposed to, maybe June, May, this previous years. Then. So. If you're kind of forecasting out and looking at what's coming up. If we had 0 increases for 2026. Basically, this fund balance would only, and by 2027, we'd be in a deficit, right?
That's, we're talking about,
Yeah.
kind of what I wanna know, if we did nothing.
we did nothing.
Had nobody do
Yeah.
nothing.
Yeah,
Yeah.
if we do, we're gonna do.
So say that again, so that's with 3% raise or not?
That's
That's what's not, if we don't do anything.
if we do nothing. Your question was if we did nothing. That's what the answer is here. If there's no raises, no
We have
increases, no
union
nothing.
stuff to figure in.
Yep.
I mean, that's gotta happen.
But the bottom line is we're gonna have 1.1 coming in from last year. And so far, we're eating all that loss.
Well, that answers that question. So
That is the question. After we get through these initial reviews, then we gotta go back through and start picking it out. Is that all we had talked about in general fund? We're not looking at like. a whole book on that? Or do you have that?
Sure, looking at-
I give you a copy of
Yeah.
it?
The next thing we have is the sheriff and all his budgets. I don't know if you guys wanna visit that or not, or we can just touch base on general fund. On my budget, I have not gone over that with you guys. It'll be 101,253. If you wanna just take a peek at that. Sorry, the way this printed off, but so much.
253, then?
Yeah, 253, treasure. It would actually. Yeah, it's not numbered, I probably leave it out. Maybe the 5 or 6 page in.
So you're at
That's okay.
366, so, okay, yeah, because of the new position and everything else.
I did not make really any changes except for,
Like 310,
the 3%, that's what was calculated.
345.
I did, just so you guys know, I did calculate my union position as a 301. I'm asking if you guys would bump it up. The difference in the pay is $1.04. I lost my employee last week, she resigned. So she is not any longer with me. Donna, it's the treasurer's position, it's the union position.
Oh.
Oh,
Great worker, everything was great,
Or better job.
it's a lot of work for little pay and there were some other things too, but it was more personal on her end, but I don't wanna,
Oh, no, absolutely.
but I mean,
that's all.
it is a lot of work. I know a lot of people kind of, I feel like sometimes downplay that position a little bit, but that's all they do is collect delinquent taxes, but there's just so much more to it, and it's a
So is
lot
that-
for them to.
So that was the DTRF one? No, this is Amy's.
Yep,
Amy's back.
Teamsters.
Got it.
Yeah, we're even with, yeah.
Okay.
That got lowered to a 201. It has been a 301 for years.
Hmm.
And, when Amy decided to take over the deputy position, that position came available. And the union decided to move it down to the 201. Which I looked at it, I don't know if I have attached, but, it's only $1, I think it's $1.04 difference in pay.
An hour, you mean?
An hour. So I adjusted my budget, because it's like, what, $1,200? Sounds about right. So I adjusted some of my line items, to make up for that. I decreased my contingency. I increased my travel because I have, that's it, I decreased my office supplies. I tried to adjust things a little bit.
So you're thinking you just wanna raise it?
Just to a 301.
Okay.
Yep. If it was a significant different than amount, I would have hesitated probably and just kind of waited, but I mean. It's just,
Where's that shake out to an hour?
what's that?
What is that? Hourly wage? Off the top of your head, oh.
Hourly wages, 16.94 is what she's getting paid. And then after 90 days, she jump up to 17.55.
That's at current, or is that 301?
That's at 201.
Cool.
So 301 would be 17.98. So 16.94 and 17.98, the difference, I think I calculated $1.04.
I come to 1994.
So, in that as well, in her wages is an extra $1,000 that, they receive when they get the MCAT. I have my deputy, my new deputy, she's going to be taking the class in January. Shauna was gonna take it as well, but now she is not. So the only way that they get that extra 1,000 is if they pass that class. I did build it into there, but I mean, maybe they won't take it, or maybe, you know, they won't pass it, but it's just built in there. I won't utilize it until, she passes the class, or whoever does. And right now, I'm not looking at hiring right at the moment, so it won't be till after the first of the year. I really don't have time. So,
I'm not disputing any of it. I'm just, this is, for me, because when we talked with hire other secretaries in the building. And for me, my first comparison is what the school's doing. You know, what their secretaries, what their people are getting paid, because it's usually the same group of people between them, the health center and the school, the health center and here. There's kind of a lot of comparisons. So lead secretary this is the one who runs the whole elementary school. She's at 18 an hour. There's no secretarial or no office people that are over 18 an hour at the high school.
and we're at 16.94.
That's starting at the 201.
And the 301 would be 17.98.
But put it right in pretty much what it is.
Just wanna,
Well, I think we have to make. We have to, ask the union to do that, I don't think it's
I
gonna be a
I
problem.
mentioned to Lauren, so
Yeah.
I did.
Make a formal
She said
request.
something about maybe tweaking the description, which that does not need to be tweaked, nothing changed with the description at all.
Well, you know, we
It didn't change.
talked about that whole thing, starting people at a 201, bump them to a 301 after 6 months. You know, giving that incentive to do that. Yeah, that's what I'd like to do, but it, and you're probably thinking I'm gonna have a hard time
Yeah, that's what it was.
getting people if I don't.
I do come up with a different
And
amount,
when-
Sheila, for your FICA, sorry.
Oh, okay. And when they actually get into that position and start learning, there's just a lot.
Mhm.
There's a lot. So the FICA is different, you said?
Right.
Yeah. You did do it in three.
Well, I know. We need to do something like here, start at the current one and then after your.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking.
After your, not even 6 months, like after the 90, you know,
Something.
some kind of approval period. That you're gonna A, stick around and B.
You
suitable for
already
the
get a bump
position.
at 90 days, right?
Yeah.
If you're here 90, you get your
Right,
bump.
Mhm.
And then,
And then you get your steps for 6 years.
yeah,
So after those steps. Those people are only getting basically based off of
percentage.
whatever their contract is, or if basically what, you know, they reach full on what county gets.
Yeah.
and you
So
step up at
there's
6. Well, you're still getting your
multiple
3% or 5% or
Well,
whatever.
and also, at the end of the day, I mean, once you get to the top of that spot, you're not doing. Just because you've been there 10 years doesn't mean you're not still doing that same job all the time. Right,
Right.
so I've been doing this for 15 years, but you haven't done anything additional in 15 years, you're still doing that same task.
Sure.
So, the argument that there's nowhere to grow is that, well. Ideally, if you're gonna grow, you're gonna go on to something more complicated,
Mhm.
where the pay rate is more.
Commensurate to your-
Compensated for that, what you're doing. So if you hire in at,
Yeah, typically you would move up the ladder and get more
you
responsibility.
get to the 401 or whatever the highest is, right? And then now you're doing that job, yeah, you're gonna get cost of living and whatever raise everybody else gets at that point. Unless you go to a different position, because that position is always that position, it doesn't grow into another position unless you move to that position, right? I mean,
And when you
if
put that person in that position, they have to know this level. This is where, you know, when you come in, this is where you have to be. You know?
Right.
There's not like starting or, oh, you only have to do this and then we'll work your way up. It's
Probably the big thing it really will protect, if we do something where we can go from 201 to 301, is keep you from getting headhunted by the courts or anybody else. Is that they know, oh, if I stick here for this many months, I'll be up at that rate. I don't have to think I'm gonna go get taken by somebody
This
else.
has been fighting that for years.
So that's really all it's.
Yeah.
Because at the end of the day, when you're here long enough, all you're getting is your raise.
Yeah.
I mean, we're not stepping people for the entire.
Yeah.
you know.
Well, and too, like, I know when I talked to Lauren about it, she said what Stephanie said about, when you max your final, and you get your steps and you
Yeah.
max out. And then, you don't get no more steps. Well, there's a lot of us that have that.
It's like,
Yeah.
so the steps are really just an incentive to keep you here.
Exactly.
You're getting
Yeah.
a little kick every year to keep you,
It looks really nice for the first
right?
6 years.
Yeah, it's an incentive that gets you up there, gets you vested in the retirement, gets you all set. And you're like, oh, okay, so I'm here now. I'll get my 3 or 4 or 5 every
You want
year.
another big bump,
I
you
would like
got
to keep
more
somebody
responsibility.
possible.
Right,
You know?
run for an office and then go do it. I will make a formal request if that somehow we'll write something up or make a formal ask to.
Just as a side note to that, we had a meeting with Acrisure yesterday at 3 o'clock, Trina and myself. And a lot of it was job descriptions that we either could or couldn't provide. There were some that we just don't have job descriptions for. So they're already, even though it's a 3-year plan, they're already looking at that being probably part of next year's with the job description.
So you think I mean, I know it's not here, but they're gonna interview Sheila, they're gonna interview
I don't
every
I don't know,
department
they
head and say,
really, I think each department had, if they need revamped or updated, or they say, nope, I've basically done that, this is good, this is what the job duties are. Mine, in my office, they're 25 years old.
Okay.
I mean, basically almost addressing lifting indexes that you have to lift more than 10 pounds and something about pianos and I don't know.
I think the union descriptions are pretty up to date though, I mean,
Yeah.
because of all of the. Lot of things that have been going on the past few years and stuff, I know ours is up to date, I mean, nothing's changed. But, my deputy, that's a different story, I don't have a good description on
And I
her.
have that,
Yeah,
Trina's is 25 years old.
yeah. I don't mind.
Well, they're, do whatever you tell them to do, right?
But I mean,
After you're at will, you can,
Yeah.
here's your description and anything else I
And
can
we,
think of.
and we let them know
Yeah.
about appointed and versus, elected. We don't have a job description for an elected official because theirs are statutorily set by the state, so. But anyhow, so they're starting to work on that and it should be revamped and maybe that's when steps and things like that need to be addressed or. I don't know.
and I know the deputy, my deputy that's, being paid out of the DTR, she's really stepped it up, she's doing both. It's just what we all have to do, you know, I'm cross training everybody, but, gotta fill that slot and she's stepping up and doing both jobs.
So on the, what I had asked you this before, so there was something else. Did we know, have we for sure got our revenue sharing funds that didn't get cut, right? Or did?
We did, the incentive program got cut, but the revenue part of it itself pretty much stayed the same.
I think they agreed to for
Okay.
2026, the
There was some-
funds the same.
Really bad stuff coming.
So I put the numbers in, I did get them from
I
the
see 'em.
state. and
Yeah,
they-
292.
they-
That's all. That's all 40,000. On the revenue sharing.
What was that, sir?
5734, second page. Revenue. Was all our revenue in now, you think?
Everything is in, yeah, I don't know if you got. You wanna look at the bottom line if you go to, I know. I was
Thanksgiving
really-
holiday.
I tell you what, I had Cheryl with me last night, cause I needed her second set of eyes to make sure that that's a,
1.7
yeah, that's what we're in the negative, over $1 million.
Oh, we're short almost $500,000 on revenue than we were last year.
Costs have really increased, but the revenues have stayed the same or,
Well, we saw 400,000 or 200 or 400 in taxes. No, I'm sorry. 100,000. I'm looking at activity. Activity. That's all it increased, huh? 3.9 to 4.0. Yeah. Something like that. Taxes per year. Now, how does that work? I know Cheryl and I had a conversation.
oh, that's the, are you talking about,
So we took
the
in,
2-4?
yeah, we took in 214 this
Yeah,
year.
that's gotta be moved, that is actually 24,
Oh,
yeah, that's not even. Herman talked about that, and that should not be there, that has got to be moved out, I think that should have been, we gotta look at the audit for 24, but. I didn't get moved. Let's see that one. So
overall, the thing looks pretty.
there are some wages in there at
That's
3%, some wages at 5%.
So we budgeted last year a transfer in fund balance of $600,000. So that's skewing that number
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
huge.
Yeah.
And the BKRF was only bringing in
Yeah. and I
that's
looked at-
100,000 less.
Yeah, and I did do the calculations on that of that 3-year average, times it by 1.5% and the defer up as well. We did have 6 court cases yesterday, in regards to paying out the proceeds. That was like 100 and some thousand that has been paid out. I did another one that is pending.
It's just two of them?
So 103,000, 102. 6 cases.
Did just two end up showing up?
Well,
If you're so, because we're being fished.
Oh, time
No,
for them
yeah.
people who showed up.
Because the farm bank, well,
They
we
must
get
have.
1,005,000, and last year we were 1,009,000 in fund balance. We used all that 6.6. We're 1.9 farm balance 225. If I remember right, we threw 1 million of that at.
Yeah.
We bought some beans on that one. Traded the cow for some beans on that deal.
Yeah.
Well, just really not so crazy that, I'm just like, take those two numbers. Then we're all pretty good at, it. I mean, it's. Revenue's full and steady, but weren't for the two lines.
Well, the next step is we gotta go down through and see where,
They're cutting.
there's some extra positions in here ready to look at that we included out of fairness, so we gotta look at that stuff and see what's there. See what we're gonna do on that things.
Yeah.
You guys wanna go through the sheriff budget?
Not without them.
I asked him if he wanted to come, he said that he didn't really.
No?
Feel it's necessary, he said, no, if you guys go over, he is available. And that, we can call him and,
Well, at least we can know what the stuff is.
He was content, and I don't remember if this was just a workshop. Or budget workshop, but he was content with keeping the jail grant or the jail contract. Through this next year. And Adam, I think it was you and Dave, this might have just been a finance meeting. That he got one jailer before he lost her, and then two deputies positions.
That's what he was looking for.
Yes, so he budgeted with 2 deputies, 1 jailer, and the new jail contract with Iosco County. To push off soft opening the jail.
he mentioned to me that, he says I can let you guys know that there are 2 cars that are budgeted in there and 2 new employees. So. These are his other funds.
Well, car last year, if I remember right.
Yeah, so he told me to mention that to you guys.
You kind of, If we pull, or did he kind of pull?
Well, we asked him to do it. We sat across the table each other. And then he doesn't, every time he does the sheriff's report, one of the line items on there is, here's how I'm getting by and what you fairly gave me.
And his budget.
If you don't recall, I'm
Oh,
just
yeah.
saying,
Yeah.
one of the things he always mentions,
Yeah.
thanks for nothing, but we're making it work.
Well, I mean, it's 800,000 more between the jail and the sheriff's department.
Well, the jail is. That's great, that's Iosco,
Yeah.
what the screws
Yeah.
to us. But
That's
that's reality. We can't still run our own jail for that much.
What he said, he couldn't be done that for that.
I mean. He's getting 10,000 bump in salary. Both him and that is all commensurate with the agreement of how much everybody else got.
So he had an extra deputy for this year, right?
Ooh, you know what else? His retirement got almost 100K.
Um,
That redisbursement. Well, not 100. He was at 283, he's at 337 now. 50K right there. There's another 111. Retirement MERS, that went from 87 to 111. So some of those redisbursements are hitting it. But the 2 cars and 2 employees definitely reflect on it. This is kind of drives some of the fact that, we need to start working on.
Yes.
Working on
Because
the other
almost all
project.
right here,
Yeah.
the whole red is right here. Yeah. It's all.
On the bill at the same time as act my tax.
Well, that's supposed to be allowed. It's all, isn't it?
Huh?
public service or safety stuff is one of the things they said they, okay.
I read that in the two match, but finish it. So did something else.
Yeah.
I started seeing my blood pressure behind my eyes.
I want the new one though, that tax Michigan, tax Michigan tax, it's
Yeah.
a little bit, the different one than the.
I don't have anything to add.
Resources, yeah, I think we sheriff, I don't, I mean, it's
Talking about it.
Yeah.
This is something that I just printed off, because when I ran that budget. There was a pie chart available that I could, and that's just for the 26 budget. Can I give you a rough idea?
Yeah, absolutely. So we said, now it's a picture of it, but yeah, we were saying, yeah.
in the picture, it says you're doing.
Well, no, it says we're the biggest piece of the apple pie is, which I think their constituents are fine. I mean, that we want police. I mean, that's just the way it is. We just gotta figure out how to pay for it.
But that's just based on what I provided for you
Yep.
and so it's not like exactly, this is not.
This is this.
That's based on
Right
that
here,
only, yes.
Nice.
Some of the things, that's 25.
And you check. Well, I just.
One of the things I did want to mention to you guys is emergency management. That,
Fine.
that would,
Wait, that-
let me see the expenditure. I think that's
426,
426.
emergency services.
Yeah, that has always just been kind of a flat rate. And there has been, a 3% in that as well. We used to get, a good portion of the reimbursement was like 50%. Now we're only getting, I believe it's only $2,000 now. We're not getting we just decided to start. So,
Check, put a check mark on that one for Tufts, we're looking over everything for Tufts.
so 2,900 is all we're getting back.
We pay out how much an hour? A lot,
20, it's a budget at 20,
26 something.
yeah.
I think I don't think that's one subject to like a yearly race.
No, it
That's a
wasn't.
Agreement you would change on a.
And that's-
Be a contract.
And that's always been contract.
Was a contract. Yeah.
And they just like Diane's, every year they just get that, you know.
So I would
What's the
say that,
revenue line? What's the revenue line?
The one clear is 101 000 501 000 501.
I would say officially put that 3 off of there. The emergency management position. Or I recommend that as one of the first cuts anyway. How bad does the agenda look for next Wednesday, Stephanie? Do you have any clue at all? Coming up, is there a lot of?
No.
Off your head?
No, and that's what you think of, because none of this has to be addressed now at the next meeting that I brought down those 3 things.
So we can turn,
Truth and taxation resolution will be on there.
yeah,
Somebody from the Department of State wants to do a meet and greet with me, and we told them that there's a meeting in the afternoon, I don't know, it's whoever Jocelyn Benson appointed, anyhow,
Secretary of State.
Yes.
no,
Said Department of State.
it is a Department
Department
of
of
State.
State?
They changed the name?
No,
Oh.
no, Secretary of State appointed a chief, executive of the Department of State. Anyhow, when I said there's a meeting, if you wanna come to it, and they said it might be during the lunch hour, and, I know I'll think of some more stuff, final handbook draft from the last final meeting we
but
had.
not like an hour presentations or something.
I don't think I have anybody.
What I'd like to do is get business done and then have the work session on budget stuff.
And also, are we?
With everybody here.
Need a closed session for,
Yeah, maybe we're gonna meet that morning. Well, we don't know yet.
I don't.
Yeah, we're not sure. They're thinking there might be a closed session for union negotiation.
So you don't know.
It wouldn't be a long one.
Yeah, I don't see it.
In other words, yes, no, not much.
Okay, well, let's put that right on the agenda is, I don't know where to put it, but you doing under finance or you doing under business? New business is, budget work.
When is them coming, you know? Like,
No, she said she'd get in contact me for some dates, Linda down, Dan.
Is this gonna be one-on-one, but what, all of them?
Everything, well, one-on-one in particular. We have to start working on that one point,
You want me to just put general and non-general fund budget, just in case?
just whatever we're gonna talk about, because we gotta start working on hacking down that $1.9 million deficit. Or no,
No, 1 point,
one point,
uh,
it's 1 point big, it's big,
1.176.
whatever, 1.1.
Well, different. That's a lot. Makes the turkey go down better at 1.1 than 1.9.
We'll have everybody here for it.
Okay, so we do need to be, over veterans. We
Yep.
do need to go over that
We
one,
can
so
do
I'll
that
put
that
that on, okay,
Yep.
and, trial court.
Oh, between now and then, you and I gotta meet with Jennifer and the judge.
Is, I just got another set of,
They wanna give, well, I don't know if we talk about.
Yeah, it's just talk about
They
it.
wanna do different than what the county's doing for non-union.
Okay.
I'll send Jen an email.
she said that, she'll be ready next week, and
We're both here the last week, I guess.
Did they say we were gonna discuss that?
that needs to be revisited, yeah, I
For
agree,
sure.
yeah. Yeah, well, we'll put that on the, let's say, I can go over about this.
I think we can adjourn unless you guys have anything else. Okay. Thanks for meeting. I know it's hard great for the holiday, but this is important work. And this, information, Sheila, outstanding. Thank you.
Thank you. Well,